All right, we got ourselves yet another tournament race. We got Scrimps on the left versus Major Seaman on the right. Starting with Nimble-Lite as our first preset of the day, and I'm joined by Crazy Four Blades. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Nice, nice. Alrighty. So, how you feel about Nimble-Lite as one of the tournament presets so far?
Nimble-Lite is one of those, if you feel that you are mechanically better than your opponent, you pick that because you have the movement advantage, hopefully, and
yeah,
all it takes is a good decision and you're unstoppable.
Yeah, that is true. The movement advantage is really, really nice. Or just the movement in general in Nimble-Lite. You start with Bat, you start with Leap Stone, you start with Gravity Boots. The Bat Wing Smash spell cost is 0, which is also nice. And a Yatsasuna found pretty early on. And both players also opting to go to Creature first. I think that makes sense. You're close enough to Creature. He is kind of awkward to get to most of the time. And it is an all bosses required preset, so these players are going to be killing every boss in the game if they want to finish their run. So, and it looks like a couple of level ups being farmed from Scrimps. Meanwhile, Major Seaman wants to kill the Paranthropus here. Check their item drops.
I think the Jacko Bones give more XP because the Paranthropus is also in first castle, so
that makes
it doesn't
sense,
have a high XP count. So.
Yep. And Major Seaman opting to save before the boss fight. I think that's fair. Like, you're going to need to save at some point anyways, most likely. So getting the save animation out of the way now when you're close by. And it's kind of a guarantee that, like, if something does go wrong here, I'm not, like, completely screwed. Because, like, it's not that Creature's necessarily a difficult boss, but they're such low level, and Yatsasuna basically lowers your defense to 0 at this point, that you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you die this early into the run and you just lose 2 minutes. And how do you feel about this route divergence?
So I'm one of the weird ones who has done a lot of thinking about this, and I would do something. I would go the route that Major Seaman is going, specifically because I want to get the reverse keep warp.
Yeah.
And then what I would start doing right side, and then as soon as I can get to dot 40, I'll go. Like, I might even skip trio and bees and leave them until the end.
Oh yeah, that is fair. I mean, you're gonna have to kill them at some point anyways, and the odds of them being a required relic is relatively low, I want to say. Major Seaman,
especially if you're clearing 8 other locations.
Yes, I was gonna say Major Seaman. Yeah, he was skipping the pillar checks and he went back for him. Does find a diamond, which is pretty nice. Wizard Hat also does increase your stats by a tiny bit, but I think between these two,
they already have it.
Oh, they literally already have it. Nice. I was gonna say between these two players, I think Scrimps definitely looking a little bit more comfortable with his movement. I'm seeing not a whole lot of slowdowns or hesitation. As I say that, he drops a wing smash, but it is one of the hardest rooms to wing smash continuously through. So,
yeah, a lot of people don't really know the timing for the wing smash. Scrimps knows the timing, but even I know the timing, but I still look at the little flash that the bat does to know when the next wing smash needs to come out.
Oh, really? I've never thought about using the flashing there, because if I remember correctly, the flashing animation is it's on like a global timer, so it's not like 100% consistent. I remember I tried to make a setup. I tried to make a setup using that to map buffer the ceiling zip. In library card drop. Nice.
Ooh, library card.
Yeah, that is making Major Seaman's route even stronger now, because you don't even need the castle keep warp necessarily. You can use the library card now to go towards back to the first castle. And finds Form of Mist. Wow, this route's looking really, really good. I think not even just in hindsight, but also just thinking about it, I think you were correct in assuming that getting the castle keep warp is very useful, because you never know when you're gonna need to. Okay, library cards now. I disagree with this.
If you were going to library card from second castle, you would clear second castle.
Yeah, or at the very least get like another warp. Get like the keep warp, or not keep warp. Sorry, the reverse all rocks warp. Do something. You're already there. Might as well make some progress. And like, you have to kill the bosses anyways, but we'll see if this ends up paying off. Maybe Major Seaman is more worried about doing stuff I don't know why you would. No, because even more that I think about it, You still don't know where Jewel of Open is. You still don't like. There's so many things gating your progression potentially in the first castle. The only thing you got was Form of Mist, and I guess there's synergy between using the mist in the library. But what if this is just a a useless relic or something like that? Then what? I guess he gets 2 Vardas.
I mean, it makes sense. It unlocks so many things that it's highly unlikely to be nothing, but still there is a potential.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Scrimps might not have necessarily done the exact route, or so far it looks like this route isn't really paying off, but he is making progress. Like, he's getting warps, he's killing bosses. If he happens to get a library card drop or finds one randomly, he will have the advantage because he's done more of the second castle. So, Major Seaman, I definitely think getting at least the reverse Aurochs Warp would have been more useful. Oh, but never mind. You just find Jewel of Open here. Okay.
Okay.
That does mean outside of Merman statue, there's nothing gating Major Seaman's progress. Oh, and Holy Glasses. The Holy Glasses location is not available, but,
Yeah.
So this might work out.
Like, he's in a good spot, but still, whenever he comes back to second castle, he's going to have to do a lot.
Yeah.
And he's going to end up in a spot where he has to backtrack a lot.
Okay, Merman statue is not going to bait him necessarily. So I guess the last possible thing that kind of punishes him for this play is a random ring or something being in second castle, and then Holy Glasses being like final Vlad. But if he's able to full clear first castle here, it's kind of like no harm, no foul in a way, because he'll just do the second castle later, and the route's not even like that bad. He just does right side up to all the way through Beelzebub. From Beelzebub does like can even do like the full castle entrance route to get to caverns and stuff like that. So not too bad. And also, maybe he might find better gear to make this Galamoth fight a little bit faster. He did at the very least find double Varda and a Fire Shield right there. So, I don't know. Maybe Alucard Shield, Maul Blanc, maybe Duplicator, Throwing Stars. Like, there are ways to speed this fight up. Even just Crissaegrims.
The Yasasuna is not so bad, but with no strength boosting things, it's
the other thing that makes it a little
not
bit
as good as it could be.
The other thing that makes it a little bit rough is that Galamoth moves his head out of the way, so he's not taking damage the entire time, which does lower the DPS quite a bit. And with Galamoth having 12,000 HP, it adds up time. Like, that was probably like a minute and a half. There's a chance where Major Seaman finds a way to do it faster. So it is another reason why potentially leaving second castle can be useful. Granted, if Major Seaman stuck to this route, he'd be doing this absolutely last. And meanwhile, Scrimps is over here and now has to backtrack this entire section. Like, a library card would be very nice here, but Scrimps doesn't have one.
That's why I said the going to reverse keep is better, because then at least if you're backtracking, you're only backtracking to the teleporter.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Looks like Major Seaman's found a lot of stuff in right side.
Yeah.
Scrimps, however, is playing Oops All Familiars, my favorite game.
It happens. There's 7 of them, so you're going to find at least a handful most of the time. It's unfortunate when you find like every familiar card before finding like a single Vlad. But I mean, in an all bosses preset like this, it almost doesn't matter what you find so long as you're doing boss fights and as long as you don't miss out on like core progression items in important spots. For example, if you like never find Jewel of Open and then that like kind of what's it called, delays your routing into key places for a long enough period of time, that's when it ends up actually hurting. But we'll see.
Yeah. But Scrimps at least is going to full clear second castle, so there's absolutely nothing that he has to do whenever he leaves or whenever he comes back.
Ooh, 100 damage from that Rock Knight. That is a little scary. That is the downside of using the Yasasuna. It's a powerful weapon, but it does lower your defense quite a bit. And even with all these levels under your belt, second castle is still scary. But okay, Vorpal, that's, I would say, an upgrade. If anything,
it's an upgrade.
Yeah, it also lets you use other weapons on your other hand. It's not a two-handed sword, so that's also nice. yeah, I would just it gives you your defense back. It's probably just the correct play. Vorpal
I
Dark
think
Shield.
you can
Yeah.
spam it a lot faster than double trying the Yatsasuna. So
Yeah, that too. Bigger hitbox. It's just a upgrade generally. I don't think the damage differential is that big. DPS wise, it's probably close to similar, if not better, for the Vorpal. But I also, unless I'm doing a bunch of bosses back to back to back, and like that's the only determining factor, I usually prefer having just like a more versatile weapon over one that necessarily does more damage, but is like awkward in between boss fights. Like the Yasasuna is definitely awkward.
yeah. If you're thinking about just pure hitbox, the Vorpal is by far better.
Yeah, like Yatsasuna has some value with like, not that anybody even does this, but it can like you can use it to like dodge certain attacks by like glitching your hitbox to like disappear for a few frames here and there. It's like not very reliable, but and nobody
if
really
you can
uses
get
it
the
for
timing of the attacks, you can be fully invincible.
Yeah. But like nobody does it, and it's
for the
like
first Vlad.
although maybe there's a world. Hear me out. New spike breaker tech. Yatsasuna invincibility.
Don't. All right, Durdrak, you have your new mission.
Where's Durdrak? I'm sure Durdrak's actually looked into this already. Surely by now.
Figure out how to do spike breaker with only Yatsasuna and Leapstone.
I'm sure if you can just find whatever rhythm it is to make your hitbox disappear. There is a hitbox viewer Lewis script out there somewhere, so you could use that to practice. And okay, we do see
Vlad.
Yeah, Beelzebub had one. Scylla also had one. So seeing Vlad relics behind bosses is actually a good thing for these players because it means that there's a 0% chance that they're missing out on those. The only time that Vlad relics can be tricky in an all bosses preset is when they're in locations that don't require boss fights. And that is a little unfortunate that the Merman statue led to just Power of Mist at the Holy Symbol location. Not that Power of Mist is bad. It's actually a very versatile, useful relic. But
yeah,
you want it to be something good if you're going to spend that time riding the boat. And
it's Nimble-Lite, so it's not too long, but it's still long enough to lose a lead. So.
Yeah, and any preset where all bosses are required, you do have to make that decision where, okay, am I just going to commit to every single check in the game, or am I going to prioritize skipping checks that don't have a boss associated with it? You know what I mean? Because like, since you're killing all the bosses, you're going to be doing a lot of checks anyways.
I hope, Major Seaman skips Merman statue. This is what I like, because what you can do is if you don't have a library card and you've cleared Grand Falloon and Spike Breaker, you can turn around. It's a lot of backtracking. But then, since he hasn't done entrance or anything like that, he can turn back around, go do Merman, and then loop in entrance and Alchemy Labs.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like not even that bad of a decision making here. And Scrims should be finishing up very soon with the second castle here. He's just got like a couple more bosses: Aquadon, Medusa, Darkwing Bat, and that's it.
Yeah, and hopefully he remembers to do Darkwing Bat.
Yeah, that would be brutal if he forgot, especially because we know that Mist is there, and that would that'd be pretty rough. Yeah, that'd be pretty rough.
Oh, there was another Vlad at a demon card, it looked like.
Yes, demon card out of Vlad. So that's going
Masamune drop. Too.
Yeah, and maybe another library card if I'm Major Seaman. Yeah, don't even go back for it. Just grab it on the way back. Yeah, Major Seaman definitely keeping up the momentum, dropping a couple wing smashes here and there. But at the end of the day, you know, if you just pick the better route that saves you multiple minutes, the differential in movement might not end up mattering.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Nimble-Lite is you could either have really good movement and...
You know, I was talking crap about the Yasasuna, but Major Seaman has used the invincibility on it like multiple times.
Yeah.
Like he walked through Cerberus. Yeah. He walked through Cerberus. He definitely dodged a couple of attacks there. And finds Silver Ring. That's interesting.
That's an interesting place to find silver.
I think at this point, holy glosses have to be vanilla. No,
No,
unless I
holy
guess
glasses just have. Holy glasses is layer 1 because
it could
Jewel
be.
of Open was that Soul of Bat, which was locked behind second castle.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how to count to 6 here, because it would be, let's say layer 1 is glasses, layer 2 mist, into 3 jewel, 4 rings. Oh, meal ticket.
The thing that I can think of right now is that Spike Breaker has to be vanilla.
Yeah, because Echo is in second castle because we see it on Scrimps's tracker. I don't know exactly where. But...
well, maybe. Well, then maybe not. It's just, jeez, this is weird.
Yeah, it's a weird one because that means that this location is the same layer as everything else in the caverns. Anything that's locked behind a Jewel of Open. Spike Breaker is at holy glasses, I think. Oh yeah, because we haven't seen Silver Ring yet too. Silver Ring probably could be a big deal. Dirtjack is saying Spike Breaker is at holy glasses, and this is just nothing.
Yeah, it has to be at holy glasses now that I think about it.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how do I count to 6 here, and because Mist and Jewel were already used up earlier in the chain. Merman statue led to nothing, and it wasn't used in the chain. Echo isn't used in the chain. That only leaves a couple of things left. So, and I'm trying to think if Major. I mean, at this point, Major Seaman's definitely not doing any sort of complexity count. When you're missing so much context of what's left in the second castle, you're probably just saying, "I'll go to the high complexity locations that I have access to, and if it's there, great. If not, whatever." I imagine Seaman is gonna probably warp to entrance now.
Warp to entrance.
Scrimps gets that library card, which is nice. Does these checks. Yeah, a lot of people don't do those pillar checks, but it seemed to be... I mean, I don't do them, I should say, but doing them,
I only do them if I'm looking specifically for a library card or a mana prism, or if it's just like I'm in a spot where I can hit it, I'll just swing at it.
Or if you are going left side, for example, then, you know, whatever. Yeah, this is a very interesting difference in routing, because now Scrimps is full cleared second castle at this point and is now in the first castle. Major Seaman, on the other hand, still doesn't have holy glasses and still hasn't cleared the first castle yet. So Scrimps is also going to know that there's like no like relic bait anywhere in second castle or anything like that. Or so for example, if he finds the Vlad relics first, he'll just have the info to not get baited by stuff like potentially Merman leading to Holy Symbol or whatever, or like skipping the Holy Glasses location as well. He basically has full info about like what is possible, and he's not going to get baited by thinking like, oh, there's another Vlad in the second castle left for me or something like that.
What I'm worried about for Major Seaman here is gold ring at Merman statue.
Yeah, that actually might be the... Well, even then, if we're under the assumption that it's just a Spike Breaker, then it doesn't matter, actually.
Yeah.
So that might actually be a blessing in disguise.
Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure it has to be Spike Breaker at that point.
I think it has to be. And Final Vlad is at Silver Ring. Yeah. The Silver Ring location is probably going to have the Final Vlad. And now it's going to come down to optimizing your boss fights and movement between them. Scrimps is probably going to have slightly easier fights with the Vorpal, but it's not that big of a deal. Although he hasn't been to the library yet, so he's missing the double Varda.
Jewel of Open. And he's also missing Jewel of Open.
Oh, that too, yeah. So he's doing this route, which means he's going to have to go... at what point does he go to library, actually? Probably after...
After getting second, or the center teleporter, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. That's a tough call. Like, do you get the center teleporter in Alrox's quarters, check Coliseum, and then leave, probably? Go for outer wall, but it's just like doing the like Alrox warp to outer wall movement is like just not great. It's not terrible, but it is extra movement that Major Seaman didn't have to do. So I don't think Major Seaman slowed down to see what the relic was.
It looked like a card.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the relic through the stairs there. If you slow down and like pay attention, you don't technically have to slow down, but you know. And if you see nothing there, you do have to check it most of the time because it could be a item. Items spawn on a ledge.
Glasses or it could be glasses, spike breaker, or a ring.
Yeah, exactly. And those spawn like out of sight. So if you see nothing, you have to check it. But if you see it and it's something like a familiar card, then you know that you don't need to check it. So I imagine Scrimps will be doing exactly that. Yeah, he sees it through the stairs and turns around.
I'm pretty sure we know that Final Vlad has to be at Silver Ring, so we know where all the Vlads are.
Yes. Yes, we do. The players don't necessarily know where they are, but we definitely do. I imagine Major Seaman is pretty confident that there's at least one at Silver Ring, and whether there's another one left in First Castle or not he still doesn't know yet because he has to still kill all rocks. He has to check this location here too, and it's glasses. Okay, yeah. So glasses was available. Layer 0. He does remember to turn back around for Minotaur and Werewolf. I've done that mistake a couple of times, where it's an all bosses seed and I just leave Minotaur and Werewolf.
I love that you called it Layer 0 because I have gotten into arguments with people about calling it Layer 0.
It's just do you do the off by one thing or not? It doesn't matter.
I just say Layer 0 is the core, and then the layers are like an onion. You have a core and then you have layers on top of it. Each complexity layer is a layer on top of the core.
Yep. Exactly. All right, whatever you do, don't transform into bat before...
No, I've done that before so many times.
There we go. Yeah, SotN is much like an onion, exactly.
It's like an ogre.
Yeah, these players are in very similar locations, but missing out on that Jewel of Open is going to be pretty brutal, I want to say.
I think this leans closer to Major Seaman getting the win here.
Yeah, I think he's
all it takes is him to not die to dot 40.
That is true. That is true. The win condition of skill issue still exists. And like also using the Yasasuna, double Varda is going to increase your defense by a decent amount, but Yasasuna is going to then lower that. There are still enough very damaging enemies in the game.
I would also like to point out that he is still using the Yatsasuna despite having double Crissaegrims in his inventory.
You know, everybody knows Crissaegrims are cheating, so... Yeah, Scrimps is going all the way to All Rocks and to Sword Card. I think it's reasonable to do so because you're expecting to find Jewel of Open, potentially, but...
$5,000 chest, let's go!
Oh, let's go! Rainbow chest! Yeah, I think this just ends up being, again, more inefficiencies now for Scrimps, maybe? Unless his plan is to go all the way through Chapel, kill Hippogriff, then go to Castle Keep, and then from Castle Keep, go all the way through Clock Tower to get to Outer Wall? Because he needs to do Outer Wall. It's going to be the last thing left.
But that's a lot of backtracking that he knows that he's most likely going to have. Ooh, there's Gold Ring.
Well, let's see if
Don't
Major
turn
Seaman gets
around,
baited.
Major.
Yeah. Yeah, Scrimps can't even get the opportunity to get baited here. Not yet, at least. But he also doesn't have the Jewel of Open yet, so he's not going to be able to find Last Flat at Silver Ring. And yeah, Scrimps is going all the way to Chapel as well, but he doesn't have the Jewel of Open, so he's going to be behind on a lot of stuff here.
He's opened up the shortcut and then... Okay, that makes sense. Open up the shortcut, then library card.
There you go. There we go. Uh-oh, Major Seaman.
That way he finds Jewel of Open, then goes, kills Hippogriff, and then gets Silver Ring, and then uses that shortcut to go to the caverns.
Yeah, Major Seaman using a Mana Prism here to get the iframes that he needs, and hold on. Okay, I was gonna say I didn't see the flashiness from the relic there. I was getting a little concerned that
he didn't go deep enough.
Yeah, but he found it. He found it. So yeah, Vorpal, double Varda for Scrimps here. Very, very powerful. Major Seaman, on the other hand, taking a lot of damage. Does have a potion, though. Gets a little bit of HP back. And, like, there's a save room coming up. Honestly, I would consider refilling at the save room just to be safe. Especially if your plan is to go to the second castle from here, which I think you can do. If you're Major Seaman, you kill Crissaegrim, you kill Hippogriff, and you go to the second castle from here, I would probably refill HP.
Yeah.
Just because why not? And yeah, Scrimps' library card play is honestly not that bad. I did forget about the library card that he was holding on to. That's the one that he found next to Darkwing Bat. So
Yep.
with that, he's going to have a pretty decent time, I want to say, finishing up the rest of this.
He should theoretically be able to skip Merman Statue.
Yes.
Or a Holy Symbol, Merman Statue, and hopefully skip Spike Breaker.
He just found Merman Statue. We'll see if that ends up being a one of those things where he's like, well, I'm still missing Random Vlad, so I'm going to go check it anyways. Because I think he won't have knowledge of all the Vlads until at least getting to Spike Breaker.
He will have Heart of Vlad at Scylla, Rib at Demon Card. So he should know at that point in time that the final Vlad should be at Silver Ring.
Okay.
And hopefully he's going to Silver Ring right now.
That would open up his knowledge even more, yeah. But it's a little out of the way, especially because he's already... Oh, no, he hasn't done Hippogriff yet, yeah. So I guess the idea is...
That's what I say. He's going to... I hope he goes to teleport to Keep and goes and does Hippogriff and... Did he do... he hasn't done Crissaegrim either.
Yeah,
he does both of those. And then...
Yeah.
Then he goes to Silver Ring and then uses the shortcut to go to Caverns.
Yeah, that could work. He has to do Fire of Bat right now, though. And oh no, Major Seaman! Oh no! I mean,
what?
He should know that this is nothing. He should know that this is Spike Breaker. Oh, unless he thinks Spike Breaker is random in the second castle, but then that would mean that
would make
there's not enough complexity.
Happen.
Yeah. Ooh, that's brutal.
I mean, Major Seaman's not the greatest at reading complexity, so...
I mean, it's tough. When you start...
that he doesn't know that he doesn't need to do this, but...
Yeah, when you start in the second castle, it also creates, like, these weird pocket dimensions that you exist inside of, where you find stuff in the second castle. You don't know how many pieces of, like, complexity you've skipped to get there. And he doesn't have a library card to get out of here, maybe? Does he? He passed over the Crissaegrims in his inventory, at least, so maybe he saw those. And okay, he has at least one library card left, so it's mitigated, but not even by that much. Honestly, getting to the warp from here in Alrox's quarters isn't even that slow. This saves like maybe 10, 15 seconds at most.
It saves even less now that we have fast warps on as well.
That too, yeah. Yeah. The reason why the library card is so important there from back in the days, because we also used to play with the clock statue moving in and out of the way every other minute. So if you didn't have a library card there was like a 50-50 chance that you just had to wait before you can access the warp. And then there was...
That was before my time.
Oh my god. You should have seen the trenches I had to fight in to get people to realize.
I watched.
Dude, it was so bad.
I was just... This was about the same time when I was saying, oh, I'm going to learn how to play the randomizer and start speedrunning so that I could start convincing people to start going left side. And then I convinced Swarm to go left side, and then that just wrote history,
so you ruined the randomizer. Understood. Gotcha. No, but back then, there were people who really were fighting like, no, the clock statue is part of the game and you can play around it. And I was like, you guys are so freaking stupid.
Yeah, you just got to counterplay picking up money drops, right?
Oh my god, dude. The fucking counterplay argument.
I remember that argument all the time. This is when I first actually started paying attention to
I'd have an undefeated tournament record if not for money drops, bro. If only.
Oh yeah. One of those the
one tournament match that ended up losing me the entire tournament was because I had to farm money for 10 minutes. My opponent did not. They had money from a different drop that I didn't get. Whoa, shocker, I lost by 10 minutes? Damn, skill issue.
Oh, wow.
Well, why didn't you just leave and come back later?
Money drop was in.
Yeah, why didn't you just leave and come back later? Oh, yeah, the one progression item left in the game. Yeah, I'll just leave to go find a money drop somewhere. God. Good times, good times. Yeah, meanwhile...
The best times.
Now this is going to come down to, can Scrimps clear first castle faster than Major Seaman can clean up the entirety of second castle? Because he basically did nothing outside of creature. And honestly, looking at the bosses alone, Major Seaman's going to have to catch up.
Bosses, yeah. Especially if Scrimps does realize that Final Vlad is at Silver Ring.
Yeah. And
he finds the Vlad at Demon Card, he knows what he needs to do. But if he doesn't realize, then it could be a toss-up.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to help Major Seaman. Granted, he already did this check as well, so this is essentially Scrimps wasting the same time that he did. And I feel like, honestly, I would feel more confident skipping this if I'm Scrimps, because you have 3 Vlads, where Major Seaman only had 2 at this point. And you know one of them has to be the final Vlad. So you're basically gambling that this is like a 1 in, I don't know how many random checks are left. Like a 1 in 6.
Well, it's like he found this in the same spot that he found Mist.
Yeah.
So like he knows that this is a lower level than he should be thinking it is.
Yeah. This also is going to come down to, is he desperate for enough to check Merman statue as well? Not even desperate necessarily, but more just like playing overly cautious. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't do it.
He's playing overly cautious. You know, you can't even like necessarily fault him.
Still think it's still good for him though, because it's going to take a while for Major Seaman to get all the way to Galamoth, and then after that he has to go all the way back to the center castle.
We'll see. We'll see. I wouldn't even pick up Gas Cloud, to be honest. I'd just leave. I feel like the amount of time save possible from Gas Cloud is like less than just picking it up at this point, even with antifreeze on.
I'm just saying, if he doesn't kill Grand Falloon with Gas Cloud, then there's no reason.
Well, there's no reason to kill him with Gas Cloud either. He's got Vorpal and double Varda. I mean, the Vardas also increase your Gas Cloud damage, at least. Increases your intelligence, so that's not bad. But yeah, this is I don't know. This is a toss-up in my mind, because Major Seaman has to do Beelzebub. Then most likely the faster route is to go through Castle Entrance into Caverns to do DOP 40. And I think if he does Beelzebub, that's where the ring was. So he'll know to skip Force of Echo, which is kind of nice. So he'll be in go mode besides bosses at that point.
Scrimps finds the rib. He should now know that as soon as he finds something else, if he goes straight to Grand Falloon and finds ring, he knows at that point in time that 100% Spike Breaker is nothing.
Well, he should also know Spike Breaker is nothing because he has Echo, and he should know where he picked up Echo. It was just chilling in the second castle. But that was like, 25 minutes ago. So does he remember where he picked up Echo?
Yeah, I just kind of hope that he reads the situation.
Yeah,
knows that he doesn't need to go there.
I think he needs to skip at least one more check to catch up, because Major Seaman will literally be in go mode by the time that he could possibly be baited by Force of Echo. Be in go mode besides bosses, obviously. So that's going to be time save, because I'm pretty sure Scrimps did that. However, Major Seaman is kind of getting messed up a little bit in this imp room. At the very least, it's slowing him down.
Oh.
And there's a third Crissaegrim? Let's freaking go, even though he refuses to put them on. He's had 2 Crissaegrims in his inventory for this long. Why get the third one?
Scrimps library cards.
Oh, that's huge. So he must be reading the complexity correctly. He remembers where he found Echo. That's huge, actually. Yeah, because he needs to make a play like this, I think, in order to catch up.
I don't know if Major Seaman doesn't put down the Yatsasuna, he might meet an early death.
Oh, well, 25 damage isn't that bad, actually. Yeah. Yeah, those Vardas are putting in work. But yeah, this should be final Vlad for Seaman, and he's going to need to now just clean up the rest of the bosses, which is only 3 left, Galamoth, Death, and Dop 40, but they take a while to get to at the very least. In fact, he's going this way.
He was thinking about doing the
I don't know which way is faster, to be honest. Yeah.
I think, and I don't have any verification on it, but it feels like doing the modified right gets you to Dop 40 faster.
Yeah, because that is the plan, is you need to get to Dop 40. If for whatever reason you're going to skip Dop 40, then obviously I think that side's faster. But
yeah, I'm not sure exactly the timing. I think going this way, or going the way that he is now, gets you to Dop 40 slightly faster. But I think it's only by like a couple seconds.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's the fun part about Randomizer is, I mean, I guess Nimble-Lite, you have consistent movement options that are fast, so you theoretically could know the exact numbers of how fast it should be, assuming that you have, consistent movement. But
Scrim's not fucking around. He puts on a potion just to have
honestly,
iframe. He's not trying to do the spells.
If I know I have invincibility frames in my inventory, I'm not messing around with the spells, especially in a tournament match, unless I'm like really feeling it. Like if I've just been executing everything and like feeling confident in my execution, then maybe I would do it. Also, if you menu fast enough, you might be able to actually make the potion faster, but probably not.
Now Scrimps doesn't need to remember that he needs to fight Crissaegrim.
Yes, that is true. Crissaegrim could be somewhat an issue. Okay, does Yasasuna have a higher max damage than Crissaegrim? I don't think so, because that also makes this slower. But oh yeah, Major Seaman also doesn't have to check the relic behind Doppelganger, which is a little bit of time save as well. Meanwhile, yeah, this is actually going to be close, but I think Scrimps has this.
I don't even think it's going to be close. I think Major Seaman's going to get to... Yeah, he's going to get to Galamoth while Scrimps is fighting either Shaft or Dracula.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Honestly, this might have come down to Major Seaman going back for glasses. I think it would be close enough that the time he spent on glasses might have been the difference maker.
Yeah. And hopefully when he fights Galamoth, he puts on the Crissaegrim and maximizes the amount of damage.
It is wild to me that this dude's got 3 Crissaegrims in his inventory, and he's like, nah, Yasasuna, baby. Maybe it's his favorite weapon.
Yasasuna, I could get iframes with it.
True.
Infinitely better because of iframes.
Yeah, no, you're right. This is looking pretty free for Major Seaman. He would have to have like a pretty big oopsie to slow him down. But even then, I don't even know what oopsies exist at this point. You just
for Scrimps, there are none. He can't even get
not even a guardian.
Bitch slapped by a fucking guardian. So.
Yeah, he'd have to like, I don't know, like get juggled by Dracula for quite a while, which seems very not possible.
Asgal has to have spawned in the wrong spot right there at the entrance there, and just keeps on hitting him.
That's possible. And bye, Asgal. Accidental library card for some reason. That would do it, actually. Yeah, that'll do it.
The thing is, Scrimps only bought one library. The library cards were in the shop, and he only bought one extra one, and he used it at Grand Falloon, so he doesn't have enough. Sometimes
Major
the best
Seaman,
way to guarantee you don't accidental library card is to make sure you don't have any.
Major Seaman should clear Galamoth at the very least before Scrimps.Duns here, but yeah. Honestly, pretty close, all things considered. I think it might have come down to the Holy Glasses check there. And also, I do think Major Seaman probably should have stayed in the second castle longer. Bruh. All right, he hates the Crissaegrim. This guy hates the Crissaegrim. Come on, bro. What are you doing? Ain't no way he thinks that this is better. He even went out of his way to pick one up on the staircase. Oh.
Here we go. There's the thumbnail for this video is just Major Seaman standing off to the side, looking at the Crissaegrim, saying, "Fuck that."
No, it's gonna be the meme with the guy turning around looking at the other girl, and it's gonna be Yasasuna there. Meanwhile, the Crissaegrim's off to his side.
Oh yeah.
God, dude, that's so funny. Yeah, maybe there's somebody in Major Seaman's life named Chris that he just fucking hates. We all know a Chris that we just can't stand.
I mean, yeah. I know a few Chris's that I can't stand.
You know, this is probably like what? It's less than 3 minutes apart, I would say. So maybe the Holy Glasses. It's tough to say exactly how much time differential he lost from those Holy Glasses, but dang.
And then you also have to understand that Scrimps did check Merman statue, which lost him some time too. So
that too,
not as much as the Holy Glasses time, but still.
Yeah, he didn't necessarily. I mean, there's a world where he could have intuited that he needed to skip that, but it technically was the same odds as the Vlad being at Demon Card. So.
Yep.
And yeah, you know.
Tell me what
I still think that the main reason why Major Seaman lost is that he left second castle too fast.
Yeah, I think if he stayed in second castle and used that library card at Galamoth, all the movement that he just did right now to get back here. Where is he going? I was gonna say, you already killed Trio, my guy. Yeah, all this movement would already have been done, basically. So it would have saved him on that movement. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Oh, somebody hasn't done any percent.
No, the movement here is fun too. It's good.
I love this movement here.
Yeah, going through that zigzag room is like in every category is one of those awkwardly sized rooms for every character. Like Richter's movement there is really difficult. Maria's is fine. It's you can just run and jump.
I did Maria's. Maria's pretty good.
Yeah, you could also do the dash kick cancels, immediate cancels. Those are like almost as fast as just running and jumping. And some people prefer that, but yeah, we'll let him finish this out. He's close enough. I think if he didn't pause, this would have been like 2.5 minutes. If he didn't like stand still, 2.5 minute difference.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think the glasses could have taken 2.5 minutes possibly.
Actually, you know what? You know what would have saved him all this time is if instead he was using the Yatsasuna, he was using the Crissaegrim.
True. Crissaegrim would have saved infinity time. He would have a finish time of 0.001 seconds.
Yeah, he would have at least saved 30 seconds.
Yeah. I'll pay out for the race prediction, and we'll start the next one now. You guys don't know what the preset's going to be yet, but you know, just believe, or you can wait because I'm going to set it for 10 minutes, so you have time.
Believe in the heart of the cards. Something Yami Yugi, even though his name is Atem.
His name is Atem, yeah, but you don't learn his name for like the first, I don't know, like season and a half, 2 seasons or something like that.
First 5 seasons?
Is it? I thought that they
you don't learn his name until darts, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Something friendship, yada yada, yeah. Close race. Let's hop in there and see how these players are doing. Yo, GG's.
Yeah.
That was a fun race to watch. I hope you guys had fun with it.
Nimble-Lite's always a blast. You gotta. I feel like that with all bosses is like
way better than regular Nimble, because
And it's really
my
fun.
one problem with Nimble is you don't care about anything that you pick up,
Yeah.
and there's just like not a lot to do. And this feels like I have a reason to like have all that movement.
Yeah.
Like I get to do a bunch with it, so it's fun.
Yeah, no, it's fun. And also having to like actually find usable weapons for bosses makes things a little bit more interesting as well, instead of just using the same thing over and over again. I think it's
Oh,
good.
for sure. Like in regular Nimble, literally the only thing you care about picking up is a library card. Like nothing else matters.
Yeah, and like, oh, I guess I'll find like another throwing
Maybe a
star,
second
maybe.
throwable.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yep.
I guess we can also get the counter picks out of the way now. So Scrimps, you do get a ban.
Ban Recycler.
Sure. So Major Seaman you can pick from Chimera, Cornovius, Nimble-Lite, and Rampage. What are we playing?
Let's play Cornovius.
Cornovius. Sounds good. I'll go ahead and set up that race. Feel free to grab some water, take a minute for yourselves. I'll run some ads on my end, so do what you gotta do,
Yeah, I'll
and we'll be
back over
back.
in just a second.
Yeah, just about 5 minutes should be plenty of time. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Alrighty, chat. You heard them. We'll be right back. If you're watching this on YouTube, we'll be right back in exactly now. And we're back. We got race number 2. We are playing Cornovius. Cornovius is a fun preset. We got second castle start with Lycanthrope movement. All bosses required. You're also going to be starting with all of the stat potions. So these players will have available to them the ability to buff their stats at the start of the second castle as well. So should be a good time.
It's on nothing at entrance. That's fun. Always fun.
Yeah. One thing I will say about the second castle starts is guaranteeing to get the entrance check out of the way does make these seeds just ever so slightly faster. It was always kind of a pain to figure out when to route in castle entrance once you find flight. But getting it out of the way early is pretty okay. And we see
What, S-Stock?
not really useful in this preset, to be honest, since you already start with Wolf, but you know.
Yeah, I would much rather see a different thrust sword.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather just see any weapon at that point. The thrust abilities aren't really going to make or break, honestly. I mean, it's technically out of logic flight with a thrust sword can be a little bit nicer, but yeah, I guess both players at this point aren't quite ready to commit to the first castle. Major Seaman's chilling, fighting Darkwing Bat. Does that work? Can you crouch under the whirlwind, or was he far enough to the side?
You have to. He was far enough to the side. You can't crouch. Oh, you can crouch to make sure that he doesn't
Continue to move
the
you.
gust doesn't get you tossed.
Okay. Yeah, because that can do a decent amount of damage, but it seems like these players have a good amount of defense. So
Scrimp's got a
bastard sword or
Great sword.
Great sword.
Great
Great sword
sword.
is great. It has very high base damage, so not bad. Yeah, 74 attack, not bad at all.
It's all fun and games until you
Do a
crouch
crouch.
slash.
Yeah, until you do a crouch slash in the wrong spot. But it looks like these players probably are both going to do something similar here. I doubt Scrimps is going to commit to staying in the second castle at this point. It wouldn't surprise me that much, but it's kind of a tricky call when you're this close to first castle, which is guaranteed to be some amount of progression at the very least. It's pretty tempting.
Major Seaman found a sword of an ore
Okay.
in one of the pots. That's pretty good, actually.
I think Scrimps is using the Morn Blade. So, and Scrimps is choosing to stay in second castle at least a little bit longer. We'll see how this works out. This could be a pretty good play. I don't know how you would feel in this situation.
I do not mind if you think clearing one of the sides is good. Because like clearing one side is fine, but when you're going to clear both, that's when things could be weird.
Yeah, it gives you the opportunity to get maybe a couple things out of logic that could be useful. You could find a random Vlad that gives you info. You can find the random ring. You could just find whatever the intended progression in the second castle is supposed to be, if there is any at all. You could also find better items or sellables or money before going to the shop. Like, there's enough benefits in staying in the second castle that I think it most of the time is worth it, at least to stay for a little while. The only downside is your movement is probably going to be slower than your opponents if they go first castle, because they're probably going to find some additional movement options, most likely. Bat would be, the best option, obviously. Maybe find better weapons to kill bosses faster. So there is definitely a trade-off, but I don't know. We'll see. I'd be very tempted. Ooh, there's a ring like we talked about. Yeah, that could come into play here. Major Seaman is resetting the game?
He grabbed the save that
Oh,
key.
and then, yep. And now he's going back to Castle Keep on the upper side, so that way he can go to Library early and Outer Wall. Interesting.
See, this is what always happens. People always steal Randomizer strat. So.
I mean, I just don't know if it ends up mattering that much. I would have also checked Castle Entrance. Because I think that's how Ren does it, is he also warps to Castle Entrance to check the relic there.
I don't. It's all personal.
Oh, damn. Look at that damage. 9 damage per punch? Let's freaking go. We're gaming. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Against Crossmon? Let's go.
I mean, Tetra Spirit helps clean up, for sure. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, the difference in routing here. I feel like most races do come down to one player decides to stick it out in one of the castles and the other player decides to do the exact opposite. Very rarely do we see like basically the same route throughout, at least for... There's just so many options that these players have access to. So even like this save split into doing clock tower thing that Major Seaman's doing, like that's not guaranteed to work out in his favor. Oh, Heaven Sword's okay. Why not? Now if you get a second one,
it's for that second one.
No, Major Seaman, go back. You need 2 Heaven Swords. Then it becomes the best weapon in the game.
Holy Sword.
Okay, Holy Sword, unironically.
Holy Sword, he can't kill Richter now.
Unironically, Holy Sword is just really good. So many enemies and bosses are weak to Holy, so it's like kind of a no-brainer in my mind to use out of all the other elemental swords. And we see Scrimps going for the Hellfire strat here. So far, it's working out.
The strat you hate. The strat you hate.
Well, I hate it because it just takes so long. Like the animation for the attack is just so slow. I feel like I'd rather just be doing damage the whole time. But maybe I should just test it.
What I normally do is do like 5 jump slashes to get his health down some, and then
like if you finish him,
Hellfire to first to end of it.
Yeah, if you finish him off with a Hellfire, I think it's probably worth it. But because the end lag of the Hellfire doesn't like cut into your damage. Speaking of damage, Girthang dropped for Major Seaman. That's
very good.
You got to keep that Girthang on you, bro.
Yeah, you put that thing in my hands, as they say.
Oh yeah. One of the better weapons in the game, especially if you're able to utilize it alongside Dark Metamorphosis. For whatever reason, it just buffs the sword. It's one of those things that like I never knew existed until I started playing randomizers.
Yeah, and then I also informed you last time of a few other things that happen with it as well.
Yeah, it's a very interesting sword with a lot of like weird niche tech. Why is it like this? I don't know, man. Symphony of the Night's a wild game full of weird things.
I still like the Muramasa better, but it's arguably a worse sword.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Muramasa.
If you have if you have a Muramasa and a Varda, you're doing pretty good. The only boss you can't kill is Akmadon, but that's about it.
Yeah, curse damage is not like amazing, but it's also not terrible. I think Akmadon is like the only actual meaningful enemy that might stop you. I don't even think like random trash mobs are something that you have to worry about really. With curse damage, I can't think of any.
Yeah, none of them. No other enemy resists curse, I believe.
Yeah,
or
there might be, but
there might be one that resists, but like it hits like even enemies that normally wouldn't get hit by slash, like I don't know, slimes in case you need to kill a slime for some reason.
If you're playing like a bounty hunter variant, then yeah, that could come up.
Well, slimes aren't in the pool.
Oh, they don't have item drops?
Nope.
Oh, then never mind. Then yeah, I don't know, unless you really just hate slimes. For some reason, I thought they had item drops.
They don't.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done
They have world drops or global drops.
Yeah. Oh, gravity boots found. That's pretty good for Major Seaman. Now, the only thing that would make this probably worse is if Scrimps finds a library card. Because I will say, having a library card found in Second Castle just generally is really strong if you use it in the right spot. It's arguable whether Major Seaman ended up using his in the correct spot, but, you know.
Ring of Fenor is not the worst.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah,
You got
Scrims.
Alucard shield as well.
Oh, that's, yeah, I mean, that does give you a few possibilities to find like a shield rod or something like that, or Maul Blanc. Scrim's maybe not having the fastest of fights here, but it's very safe with that Mournblade. Like, very low chance of dying to any of these bosses, which is nice.
I got a cube of Zoe there.
It's fine. You know, you might find like a stopwatch or something. Some money drops could come in handy. Cube of Zoe is one of those things where it's...
Candles in library could drop library card or mana prism. Or
That's probably the best case scenario for Cube of Zoe, honestly. But it's one of those things where it's like nice to have. It generally won't slow you down, but it probably won't speed things up unless you find a stopwatch before DOP 40. That's probably like its best use case, honestly. And like the odds of that happening are pretty low. Like if I'm Scrimps, I'm probably breaking a few candles if I have the opportunity to, just in case. Assuming that it doesn't slow me down too much.
He's got the second Heaven Sword now.
Oh, wow. Hold on. This is huge, guys. This changes everything. Yeah, I agree with backtracking here. You're already next to Fire of Bat. You just found Gravity Boots. Might as well.
So this is an interesting play from Scrimps. I wonder if he's going to Creature. If he's going to Creature, then I love this. He skipped Bees.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to Creature.
Ooh,
Wow.
Gold Ring at Fire of Bat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and Silver Ring was at Medusa, I think. So
Yeah, Medusa.
So this could benefit Scrimps, depending on what's there. It also could hurt him if it's like Spike Breaker or Echo of Bat, as always.
Okay, so yeah, I love this from Scrimps because it's one of those weird routes that you never really think about. Skipping Bees in this situation because you're skipping one check, but you're also leaving that for the very end of the game.
Yeah. Ooh, a second library card found for Major Seaman. Because
The only thing that kind of sucks is that reverse library cards are a thing in this preset.
that too, actually, yeah, that does make this play a little bit less.
I still like it though.
Yeah, at the very least, you're getting it out of the way now. Reverse library cards can still be useful later, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe with that in mind, because I don't think Scrimps is assuming that he's going to find another one. I think both players started with a library card in their inventory, so he's just trying to get max value out of it, I think.
Yeah.
But unfortunate to see Creature rolling around.
Yeah,
Just slows everything
he definitely listens to Saliva. That's the band that makes the song, right? I'm not gaslighting myself.
Which song?
Keep rolling, rolling, roll.
I could have swore that wasn't Saliva. Is that not freaking Limp Bizkit? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I call that guy Fred
Ignore
Durst
me.
all the time, and
Ignore
I'm like,
me.
surely I'm not just
I
calling
know
him
what
Fred
I'm
Durst
talking
for
about.
no reason. It's fine. We're
I'm
old.
thinking of Ladies and Gentlemen. That's what it is.
Okay, fair enough. Either we're talking about boomer shit in a boomer video game. It's fine. We're gonna get 10 million. You know what it is? You're farming engagement in the comments. That's what it is.
Yeah. I'm getting the Limp Bizkit discussion right now. That's what it is.
Yeah, you're doing the thing that YouTubers do where they get something that's very well known slightly wrong on purpose to farm comments.
Yeah. I'm doing it on purpose.
Yeah, it's always on purpose. Always. It's never a mistake. It's 5,000 dimensional chess. Speaking of 5D chess, do we think that Major Seaman's route might possibly be 5-dimensional chess here? Because, I mean, I feel like his progression has been pretty decent. The only downside is I feel like the bosses, his progression towards bosses has been quite slow.
The thing that's going to come into play is hopefully the what is it? The silver ring found in Second Castle.
Yeah, so far that's the only additional progression that we've seen. And if there's nothing else in Second Castle, progression-wise, that could mean that Major Seaman's at a pretty big disadvantage, because Scrimps will have access to deeper layers of the solution before Seaman does.
That and Major Seaman, he's going to get the ring very early on in Second Castle, which is going to be even worse, because do you turn around or you keep going?
It depends on how much of the first castle you do, I feel like. Or also how many Vlads you have, too. That also can matter. Because if you have 4 out of 5 Vlads, and you know you're just missing Final Vlad, then it could matter. But that's not going to be the case here, as the dog does indeed find his bone for Scrimps at Force of Echo. One of those locations that some players do choose to skip. Again, with all bosses being required, that could end up coming up. Speaking of coming up, Bulblon was found.
If you're still in Second Castle and hadn't found a Vlad, just go ahead and check it.
Yeah, I think so. It's one of those things where if you stay in first or stay in Second Castle, do you skip it because you're like, well, I might not need it later, and by the time that it is later, and I'm like backtracking through the Second Castle or whatever, then you have the opportunity to do it.
Major Seaman found a Moblin.
Yep, I did see that. It was at the life max up before Alrox's quarters here, so pretty much like impossible to miss, because this is like your only way into Alrox's quarters. So it's not like something that or that Scrimps won't find later, but it's just now every single boss that Scrimps is doing, Major Seaman's going to be able to do that much faster, because he's going to have Alucard Shield for all of it. And Mist is found in its vanilla location. Yes. I think we have to stop the match, because the randomizer is broken, obviously.
This kind of sucks for Major Seaman, because he found another library card, and is he going to snap it off?
Oh, that is true. Yeah. Or do you just save it for later? I don't know. I think he has to use it pretty soon, though. The other thing, too, is you could also just turn around, like grab the warp and then just go through the long hallway. It's not that much slower, honestly. And save your library card for a potential, like, bigger time save. Dude, Werewolf does not mess around. He doesn't care if you got Alucard Shield, if you got freaking... Oh, well, that's a big deal.
That's pretty big.
So Major Seaman is going to be blocked off from almost half of the first castle now, because Jewel of Open is locked behind a DOP 40. Dang.
So that kind of means that Flight is at Soul of Bat and Glasses is at a Flight layer.
Probably, most likely. Probably at like a Sword card or Alrox at this point, because I think we've seen all the other Flight checks from Major Seaman. But that also means there's a world where Major Seaman does everything, gets Glasses, goes right side, kills Medusa, sees the both rings, and is like, oh, I'll turn around, and then gets baited by it. Oh, that's brutal.
It's very bad.
Yeah, especially in like a preset like this, with I think the minimum complexity is 8. The odds of multiple relics on the same layer in Second Castle, it's not unheard of by any means, but it's one of those things that you most of the time probably don't play around. Maybe in a preset like this, you would consider it, since you have to do all the Second Castle anyways with all bosses, but I don't know.
All right, Scrimps, please don't die to death again, please.
With Mournblade in his inventory, I think he's fine. So
it wasn't looking good for a second.
The other question I have is, after finding a random ring and Jewel of Open, and you're on your way to Galamoth, do you save Galamoth for last, or do you just like bite the bullet and fight him with Mournblade?
If you have a library card, he does have. You kill him. I don't know if he has a library card, but if he does,
I think both players started with one.
If he did start with one, then yeah, you kill Galamoth. If you didn't, that's to your own discretion.
Yeah. Because I think,
especially if he skipped bees, you want to make it to where whenever you come back to Second Castle, you
as efficient as possible.
Just that.
Yeah. Well, there's Glasses found. It was behind Alrox. So yeah, I think you're correct. Flight is going to be at Soul of Bat, which for these players, it's a 33% chance that it's either Power of Mist, Leapstone, or Soul of Bat itself. So If I'm Major Seaman, I'm going there for sure. I'm not gonna go through the second castle with just Wolf and Gravity Boots as my only form of flight. Granted, if it's Mist, Power of Mist is your only form of flight, that kind of sucks. That's like worse than staying in second castle with Leapstone, temporary Leapstone Gravity Boots.
Yeah, well, they have a 2 out of 3 chance of getting something better than Power of Mist there.
Yeah, exactly. Either you're...
It doesn't matter.
Well, okay, now I'm probably skipping that location.
Now you're skipping it because you know that's only flight.
Yeah, at this point, Major Seaman should just go straight to second castle from here. Like, clean up what he can, but go second castle for sure. And going this direction, I think, makes sense. Like, you need to kill Hippogriff at some point anyways. Obviously, Silver Ring is on your mind as a potential thing that you're going to have to come back for, but, you know, you deal with that later. So, yeah, you know.
It's all fun and games. And, Moonstone.
Moonstone is fine. +5 to, I think, like all of your stats. It's like Varda's little cousin who wants to play the game, but you don't even plug the controller in. You just pretend. So it's not bad. It's like in the Varda family, almost.
It's Varda-Lite.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
Ultra-Lite, because it's slightly worse than the Fenor, right?
Yeah, Fenor is +10 to all stats, I think. And, ooh, a little unlucky here. I hope he saved. If he didn't, he has to library
He
card.
did.
Oh, he did? High Potion actually might be enough. Yeah. Maybe some slashes with the sword. Oh, yeah, he's fine. He's chilling. I thought it was over, for sure, but that High Potion was actually pretty clutch. Because if I saved, I'm hard resetting. I'm hitting the reset button immediately, but I think this ends up being slightly faster.
Major Seaman checked his map. Okay, he grabbed the warp, and then he's going to second.
I think so. You probably... Oh, he's already killed Crossbone, but yeah. Also, this does give you the benefit of saving Richter early. So your reverse library cards are going to be a little bit more impactful.
Online.
Yeah. Whereas Scrimps will have to... If he wants to use the reverse library card... Oh,
it's Power of Mist.
Yeah, it's like guaranteed to be Power of Mist. Yeah, you just skip it.
Don't get baited.
Yeah, at this point, I feel like surely Major Seaman's at least experienced enough to realize that, like, finding 2 different flight options locked behind flight means that the last possible flight option is going to be locked by Mist. Surely. Granted, there is a world where the seed goes on long enough that he forgets what's happened, and yeah, he's looking at his map now, and he's like, I don't need to go do that. I'm just going to go second castle. This is 100% the right play.
And then he turned around.
It might be to refill MP.
Second guess, he's refilling mana.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't have done this, but maybe he's worried about accidentally killing Richter or something like that, getting bad ending. It's possible. I will say also...
But he has Holy Sword.
On Scrimps' end, he definitely took a long time to kill Galamoth there. That was a pretty long fight. So Major Seaman's Alucard shield is going to make this quite a bit faster.
He's not using it against the Shaft Orb.
That's fine. It could just be one of those things where he wants to 100% guarantee that he's...
and Merman statue. Ew.
Bro, there's no way. There's no way that progression is there. Why are there 3 progression items in the second castle? I guess technically only 2, but still.
Does that mean that it's practically guaranteed that there's either a Vlad at Silvering or Spikebreaker?
I don't know.
Yeah, it has to guarantee that.
Could be glasses as well. Because the... No, because Gold Ring. Yeah, my bad.
Gold Ring and Silver Ring were...
Yeah, no.
So, yeah, it has to be one of those 2 is final.
Dude, that's brutal, yeah. Yeah, worst case scenario is... Oh, he got the weird glitchy double jump there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is one of those scenarios where Major Seaman has the potential to get super hardcore baited right here. Granted, he has Soul of Bat. Like, he should be comfortable just full clearing here. He has Alucard Shield. His mana is not even that bad. I mean, if I'm Major Seaman, I'm committing to full clearing everything except for maybe Creature, since reverse library cards exist, but...
Yeah, you'd like to hope so, but there are also some people that think, oh, I found progression immediately. I need to turn around.
Uh-oh. Major Seaman can't find his Maul-Blowing Sword. There he goes.
He's lost from the sauce.
Dude, menuing, it's a skill. It really is. Reading the menu quickly and being able to maneuver through it quickly. Like, you lose so much time in the menu in this game sometimes. And it used to be way worse before Fast Core. Just opening the menu sometimes would take like 3 seconds.
Oh, he thought about turning around. See that?
He thought about it. And I'm actually very happy he chose not to. Because I think the thought process I would have 100% is we still don't know what's left in the second castle, for one. And for two, I need to kill this stuff anyways, and it's not going to get much better later. So it's like, to minimize the amount of backtracking and movement, I'm going to do it all now except for maybe Creature, since reverse library cards exist.
I see Major Seaman playing it smart and not using mana to get up that shaft.
Yes. And since these players also start with... Scrimps didn't library card.
No, he did the weird thing where he's going to Galamoth now, which...
I disagree with. Personally, I think the library card would have been
If he was
better.
going to do this, he might as well have just, done it whenever he was close to it. So,
And Crackdog does bring up a good point. Menuing seems more important with guaranteed drops. Your inventory gets so clogged. Yeah, you have to. I think the sort function, being able to use the sort function efficiently, is pretty good. Generally speaking, just quickly pressing the sort button and then like pressing up and then having your medicine stay at the top is generally what I use it for.
Oh, Major Seaman's getting
he's
geefed.
fine. That's a lot of damage, but like it could be worse. Yeah, it was one of those things where he did damage to Akmadon, but the invincibility frames didn't kick in yet from the shield, so it was just enough time to get grabbed. Or maybe he wants the hug, you know? Some people, they don't realize how much it matters. You know, physical contact, it's important.
Yeah, I heard of a person who, secluded himself to his own house and didn't interact with human beings, but he would take his car once a month to go to a drive-through and actually pay in cash so that he can feel the touch of a human person.
Damn.
Or the human's touch, pretty much. But only once a month.
You know, I'm not going to get into this. As somebody who has worked a drive-through in his life, that could actually explain a few weird situations I've been in.
Yes, it does.
Because I've definitely had people hand me money. I've had people hand me money, and it's like, why are you holding on to my hand as I hold on? I'm just giving you your change. Leave me alone. Damn.
It's always the person that obviously hasn't washed their hands.
Oh, for sure. We don't, it'd be like that.
Scrimps is having a hard time.
This is where I think the staying in the second castle actually did bite him in the ass, though. His damage and his boss fights were just not super clean, and Major Seaman has literally the I win button. Like, literally hold out the shield and you win. And I think saving Beelzebub for last would have been probably in your best interest. But maybe he's thinking, brutal. I mean, he has the advantage now to know, like, he'll have access to
He purposely skipped it.
Yeah, I think he was maybe playing a little too cautiously here. Like, he didn't want to leave anything behind. He was worried about maybe leaving Vlad's behind or something. But I don't know.
Like, because now he's gonna find the Alucard shield and he's gonna have it for
like 3 bosses.
5 fights.
Yeah. And those fights are they're first castle fights, so it doesn't like matter.
The only Seaman, no, don't go that way.
Did he also check the relic? I didn't even see if he checked the relic. Is he doing the? Did he even check the relic, or is he just?
I think he did check the relic because it was a Cubazoe.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the? I was losing my mind. He is maybe just refilling and then leaving, or no?
No. Oh, he's gonna be turned around.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Scrimps needs this. I think Scrimps is in a rough spot.
Oh, he remembered.
Okay, that's honestly not
The
that
thing
bad.
I was worried about is Major Seaman going to that room,
Yep.
seeing that he couldn't go there, and then library carding because he wasted that much time.
Oh yeah, that could have been like one of those things where you're trying to mitigate your time loss sort of thing.
Yeah, so like that's what I was worried about.
Do you do modified right here if you're Major Seaman? Since you have
Yeah,
reverse library
actually.
cards? That's what I'm thinking.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Modified right would be very good here, I would say, because you go to creature and then you just go and do .40, and then if you hadn't found all 5 lads,
Yeah.
check Force of Echo.
Yep. Yeah, this is interesting. Both players kind of I don't think either of them have had a perfect route by any means, but I think Major Seaman's route is so far been a bit better just by circumstance.
Just with what he's found.
Yeah.
And everything.
And like I think Scrimps had the potential to have technically the better route on paper, but the idea of staying in second castle long enough to full clear all the bosses instead of doing just part of it and coming back later for the rest of it. Because at first it looked really good. Finding the ring and finding Jewel of Open and Merman statue, it's like he has everything he needs, and he's going to have it first. But staying just ever so slightly long enough where Major Seaman's like not even that far behind as far as like total bosses and whatnot. Like, I don't know.
I fully believe that he should have just completely skipped
Yeah, library card after the
B's until skip B's until he has to go to center.
Yeah, I think it's library card immediately after Galamoth check is probably the best version of Scrimps' route, but we'll see. It could be one of those things where he just wants the info now and he's willing to waste the time to do it because he thinks it'll prevent him from making a bad decision later, maybe. He doesn't want to like leave a relic behind. So this also means like if he found a relic there, maybe his thought process is he'll have all 5 Vlad relics early enough that he'll be able to skip stuff in the second castle confidently. It also could be something that he's up a game as well. So he's thinking, I want to play it safe because I think my opponent is feeling the pressure and they might make some like routing errors or skip some stuff that's a little bit risky. And I'm going to use this game to play it a little bit more safe and hope that they kind of outplay themselves. That is a potential.
I think you would want to do it the opposite, but
yeah, I mean it could be one of those.
Oh no!
So Major Seaman did get baited. Well, that is brutal. Yeah, and that sucks too because from this position, I don't blame him for doing this. Oh, he's gonna find Power Mist.
Sense.
Oh no, I guess you have to kill this boss anyways. So like, why not?
Yeah.
But like he did half of the second castle, and he could reverse library card to do the other half, assuming he still has library cards though. I don't know if they were in the shop or not, or if that was his last one.
I don't know if there were any.
If that was his last library card,
one
that's
up.
rough. If he has at least one more, I think this route kind of makes sense. Yeah, chat saying he has one more. If he has one more, then it's not that bad.
Yeah, if he has one more, then yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, because then you just as soon as you are like gated by progression, you just reverse library card and then do the other half of the castle. He's probably assuming that he's going to use it to like clear the last bosses and then beat the game. But
You kind of, in order for it to be not lost time, it has to be a Vlad there now.
yeah, and even then, he still has to get Jewel of Open to kill the bosses. So even if that's like progression, which I don't think it can be, like it'd have to be Spike
it's not
Breaker.
progression. That would just be a random Vlad.
Yeah, it'd have to be a random Vlad. Yeah, progression has to be in the caverns somewhere, or locked by Jewel of Open in some way.
Unless it is locked at Holy Glasses and it's just weird.
I don't think it can be. I don't think there's enough steps for that to be the case. Even though there were a lot of steps to get glasses. No, there weren't. There weren't that many. It was just flight.
Oh, it's just flight.
Yeah, it was gravity boots
Well,
into
flight and glasses.
Yeah. Yeah, glasses was locked behind flight, is what I meant. So it would.
Yeah.
The chain is something like gravity boots into mist, into power of mist, into glasses, into whatever's in the second castle. So that's only 5. So yeah, there's definitely more missing. Yeah, Scrimps gets that
And
Maul Bong.
Scrimps is not checking it.
Oh,
He's not checking Holy Glasses.
that's interesting.
I
Maybe
mean,
his-
he's trying to skip anything that's not a boss.
It's
It
very
kinda makes
possible that he's
but-
also just saving it for later, because his thought process is, I'm probably going to go down to caverns after this. So he maybe wants to get the warp, maybe kill all rocks, maybe kill Minotaur Werewolf, and then from there he'll backtrack. But he's going to find Mist here, which means he's going to have access to Silver Ring. So this might make things a little bit awkward. So yeah, Major
Yeah.
Seaman is setting up to get this Holy Glasses check done, but he should know that actually, well, I guess in his mind this could be Jewel of Open. Locked behind here. That's probably what he's thinking.
Yeah, because this is a relatively high, and he found both rings, so
Yeah.
it's somewhat safe to assume, but it's also not the
unfortunate.
ideal thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if I were Major Seaman, again, I would have saved Beelzebub for later. I would have, at the time, he could have just went to Caverns, I think, instead of going all the way to Beelzebub after he killed Trio. I think I would have done that.
Yeah.
Skip Beelzebub, skip Creature.
Even skip Creature, yeah.
Yeah, and then just go all the way to Galamoth, and then have those two be the final things that you need left.
It is a random.
Wow. He's probably really confused.
Why
where's-
do I have to speak things into existence?
But also, brother, where are you going? There's nothing left in the game for you to check.
There's nothing to do.
So is he just going to go back to the second castle the normal way, or is he's trying to figure it out right now? He's probably just so confused. What do I do? You got a library card, reverse library card even. And this is where sorting the menu would come in. Sort by medicine, go straight to the library card. There it
I will
is.
be right back. I am being yelled at.
Oh, you're good. Take your time. Dude, that's brutal. I mean, it's like it being a Vlad does matter, because now Scrimps is going to have to do that at some point, and Scrimps did choose to skip it at this point. He chose to skip Holy Glasses because it's just a random check. So, yeah, I'm worried how this is going to play out for him. Holy Glasses was a random Vlad. It was the Ring of Vlad. So now,
Random ring of fire.
yeah, and Scrimps didn't check it, even though he has the ability to check it. So either Scrimps is trying to skip as much as possible, and he's going to end up outplaying himself. Because now, since he found Mist at Minotaur Werewolf, that's going to pull him even further away from the center castle for at least a little while, because he's probably going to want to do Silver Ring early, since he doesn't have Spikebreaker yet, and he'll be, skipping the complexity, most likely. And he might even find a Vlad at Silver Ring. If he finds a Vlad at Silver Ring, he's probably not going back to Holy Glasses anytime soon. He's probably thinking, oh, Final Vlad is just somewhere in the caverns. I have to kill bosses there anyways. I'm going to do all that stuff. And little does he know that he's just delaying the Final Vlad a little bit longer. This is what Major Seaman needs to catch up for the fact that he went all the way to Holy Glasses, is Scrimps delaying the Holy Glasses. Very strange how that works out.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying, it's like this has to be a random Vlad for it to be good for Major Seaman, and even then, it's not good, but it's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing, and it's not only that, because Scrimps is delaying the check, the longer he delays that check, the better it becomes for Major Seaman. Granted, Scrimps does find Bat here. That's going to help his movement out a decent amount. I mean, either player has like infinite mana, so you still have to manage it. But we'll see. We'll see. I think this gives Major Seaman at least a shot of potentially striking a win here, whereas before it was like GG's. It's going to come down to when Scrimps decides to go back to Holy Glasses.
If he ever does.
I mean, he will at some point. He's full cleared second castle, so he's going to full clear first castle at some point.
I think it's going to end up being the final check.
I think it's going to be the final
needs.
check, yeah.
He's going to skip Merman Statue, Holy Symbol. And he's going to check those before he even thinks about going to Holy Glasses.
It depends on the routing, but I think you're right. Yeah, I think he's going to go all the way to... Ooh, he finds Echo there. Okay. So I think he's going to go to Spikebreaker. He's going to find... He's picking it up, because why not? He's going to go to Spikebreaker. He's going to find a Vlad there. He's going to not find any other random Vlads along the way. And if he does skip all those other checks, he will go back for them probably from that position.
Yeah.
And Holy Glasses is probably going to be last, yeah. Which does help Major Seaman a bit, but I don't know by how much, to be honest.
It's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be quite enough.
The other thing,
Thinking about this now because he doesn't have a library card anymore.
yeah. The other thing too is, will Major Seaman be confused on progression because he found Holy Glasses had a Vlad? He might be like, I'm not really counting complexity. Is that the final Vlad? I mean, sometimes the final Vlad shows up here, so he might think that that's it, potentially. I don't know. Because, I mean, last seed, he definitely either miscounted or, like, wasn't counting at all and ended up doing the glasses check when he didn't need to, so...
Yeah.
Who knows? He also went back for...
No. Okay. He was about to skip it.
Yeah. Oh, fun fact about this. You have to
You
summon
have to be
Spirit.
facing right for it to go
Yeah.
to the right.
Or you just soul steal it and use all of your MP. Yeah. Or you could open your menu and just, again, sort your menu for any sword. Oh, man. Oh, please don't die to
Or
freaking
if,
Blue Beat this week.
or here's the super advanced tech that you never think about. Just use Gas Cloud.
Oh, true. Gas Cloud is unironically pretty useful there. And I use Gas Cloud to open up a few shortcuts in 200.6, if I remember correctly. At least at one point I did. I don't know if I still would, if I ever went back to that category. Oh, Scrimps went back for it. So his plan was to warp to Allrox's
then-
quarters to go to Caverns anyway, so he's checking this on the way back. Interesting.
Did he did not do the shaft orb.
No, he did not. I think he should have a library card in his inventory if he used the Allrox Warp here, so that does hurt him a little bit.
Yeah.
That does hurt him a little bit, yeah.
So he killed Hippogriff.
Mm-hmm.
He should have did Crossmon and the shaft orb.
Yeah, he should have
Now,
done
granted,
that.
he
yeah.
would have to library card to get Lesser Demon, but it would have been fine because he library cards there and then reverse library.
I think he only has one left.
I think there was one in the shop. I don't know.
I don't think there was one in the shop. I mean, if there was, neither player has bought one yet from the shop. I think Major Seaman had money at one point, so I'd be surprised if
Well,
he didn't
Major
pick it up.
Seaman used 3 library cards.
Oh. You know,
I know that. So
yeah, I'm not sure where other library cards could be found, but if he has the ability to library card twice, then yes, that would have been the correct play for sure. Generally speaking, if you go to Castle Keep and you have glasses in an all bosses, or anything that has reverse library cards, I should say, just kill the Shaft Orb. Just do it. Do it now. Now's your chance, Gohan.
something. I've never been a good father to you because I'm not green.
So true. I don't know, man. Either, never mind. I'm not going down this line of reasoning. Some of Piccolo's parenting was not very good, especially in those early years. I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want to get thrown at a freaking mountain over and over again.
Well, he didn't learn to dodge. That's the thing.
Oh, of course. And
Sometimes you
he would
just
cut
gotta
off my
dodge
like.
a mountain, you know.
He would also cut off my really cool tail that was doing no harm to anybody whatsoever. The heck?
Yeah, and then he also blows up the moon.
Honestly, that's uncalled for. The amount of knock-on side effects of blowing up the moon, like I don't know, tides. Hello.
I like the Dragon Ball Z abridged version of it, where he's just staring at the moon and he's like thinking the moon is like patronizing him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Honestly, at this point, most of my knowledge of Dragon Ball Z is probably like overwritten by the bits in a bridge. That's more
Abridged
canon
did
to
a
me.
lot of good.
It's more canon to me than the actual show at this point.
Like one abridged series that I loved that is insanely accurate to the anime is Hellsing. Now, they did take some liberties, but most of it is spot on.
God, remember when abridging animes was just like the thing? Times were so
Yeah.
different back then.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Heavens.
Nice, let's go. I mean, we've
Those
been...
was the other two that he already had that he's not going to equip.
Yeah, no, there's no reason to. I mean, while we were yapping, progress has been made. Major Seaman is going to get the full clear here on second castle outside of Beazle.
Grimps, why are you going here?
Does he think that this could
Is
be
he
Final
just
Vlad?
playing insanely safe for no reason?
He might think this is Final Vlad somehow. Because he just found a Vlad. He just found a Vlad at Holy Glasses, and he knows that the same complexity layer is also Holy Symbol. So he might be thinking like, oh, these are Final Vlads. Like he might just not have done the count.
But he found both of those on the same layer that he found open.
Yes, but
I think he's just playing it safe.
yeah. Oh, there's Spike Breaker. Oh, interesting. So yeah, I mean, it technically was part of the progression chain. Just, you know, not the part that you needed to do. And the question is, will that same check bait Major Seaman? I mean, we'll see. Yeah, Major Seaman with no library cards left, so he's going to have to backtrack all the way from here. Granted, Scrimps had to do it too, and in fact, he did it even worse because he went all the way to Beelzebub from there. Major Seaman doesn't have to do that at least. But yeah, I'm not quite...
I still think this is Scrimps.
Maybe. I think it is leaning in his favor for sure, or has leaned in his favor at this point. I think the library card that Major Seaman did kind of lost him a ton of time. And yeah, Scrimps is confident now, probably at this point, to just be like, okay, I'm just going to Holy Glass or to Spike Breaker, which like he should have already known because he found Echo where he did. But yeah.
The thing is, you always check Demon card, even if you know it's nothing.
I mean, yeah, because worst case scenario, it could be like Leapstone or something from his perspective. It could be something that helps speed things up. So.
Well, I always never skip it because you can never be 100% confident. Even if you are 100% confident, it takes no time.
Yeah, and Scrimps does skip it. It's not going to bite him, but it is interesting.
And before we counted complexity completely wrong, and that's where a random Vlad was.
Major Seaman, where are you going?
Uh,
He just passed the warp. There's no bosses left. What? Did he? Huh? Where is he going? Where is he going?
Rando brain rot. I don't know.
What? Does he think he's done with the seed? Is his tracker lying to him? Does he think he has all bosses killed and all Vlad relics in his inventory, or he's already done top 40? He didn't skip Force of Echo, did he?
No, he did it.
What?
Uh,
Did he skip like the Castle Keep warp or something? Oh yeah, because he warped into. Oh, I don't think he ever got the Castle Keep warp because he used the library card.
he should have center warp, so he could have at least warped to the center.
Dude, yeah, that's also crazy because where he library carded was also kind of weird because he was right next to the Castle Keep warp, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah. All right, that's all Vlad's for Scrimps, by the way, and he has
3, 4
4
bosses.
bosses left?
Yeah, no, I think this is GG's. Major Seaman had a chance if he was able to get back to the first castle like as soon as he killed Galamoth, but now I think it's too late.
Which makes me think that there wasn't a library card in the shop.
Yeah, I don't
Because
think
if there was, he would have library carded to the shop and bought more.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. Dang.
Well,
That is one of those things where you just hope it doesn't bite you when you accidentally skip a warp like that, but yeah, because I think Major Seaman definitely had a decent advantage finding that Alucard shield and Maulblung combo when he did, but yeah, now he's going like from Galamoth to Castle Keep, like the long way, no warps. That's like 3 minutes of time loss, if not more. Probably closer to 5, actually. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Alucard Shield cannot save you from backtracking. Exactly. Yeah, Maulblung and what, Axe Lord armor? He puts the Axe Lord armor shield on? What's that gonna do? I guess he just wants the Maulblung because it technically does more damage than Alucard sword or whatever he was using, but
What can I do for you?
I'm interested in this.
what's in the shop actually?
Thank you.
I didn't even pay attention to the shop other than the Alucard shield.
Yeah, he's going for it. That's what he's doing. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, there weren't library. So Major Seaman found 2 library cards.
I think so. He must have. Damn. Brutal. And yeah, not only that, Scrimps, you know what he hasn't done yet? He hasn't done like 90% of the flight checks, I want to say. Oh, I guess not 90%. He's missing a few flight checks. Like the ones in Keep. So he gets to skip those. That's something. They're fast checks, but it's still, skipping. So there is some benefit to the route that he ended up taking. And that is one of the things about the all bosses.
Why are you checking anything? Why are you checking things?
That's a great question. Rando brain rot. Everyone's susceptible. Or maybe he was like, it could be Leaf Stone, it could be Power of Mist, and I think the amount of time it takes for me to go over there and check it, those relics will save me that much time for the rest of the seed. And Leap Stone, I would argue it's like maybe Leap Stone would be enough time save from here, because he has at least like 4 more minutes left. And the amount of time it takes to check is like, what, 15 seconds? So in the next 4 minutes, can Leap Stone save you more than 15 seconds? I don't know. It's debatable. It saves you time in like every single CD room transition, unless you do like the Bat Dash into Wing Smash, which costs you mana, which could lose you time. So theoretically, Leap Stone might have been his play. That, or he's just like rando brain rotting. It's possible. Who knows?
Well, he only has 2 more bosses left, and Major Seaman has 4.
Yep.
And he hasn't even touched anything in Caverns.
And he's going straight to Silver Ring because he's like, well, I don't have Spike Breaker yet, so this is like the highest complexity location I can check. And like,
I mean, it's smart.
It's a smart idea. The only downside with it is that we know that it's not going to work out in his favor. So yeah, that lack of 1 extra library card and also the lack of warps more than anything was just brutal.
I think it's the library card he did in Second Castle at Bees. That ultimately.
Oh yeah, I mean that was yeah. He should have been aware that was his last chance to like actually library card official. No, that wasn't his last chance. He did have 1 more. Also, Major Seaman has had the shield out for 255 seconds because the shield spell just went away. That's so rare. Very rarely do you see the shield spell go away on its own without you losing all of your MP.
I think I've used it. I think it's happened to me like twice.
I think, yeah. In every rando I've ever played, I think it's maybe happened to me twice. It's very rare. Because he got the shield very early, and he's been in the seed for, quite a long time.
And it's only been like the worst seeds possible, where like you find Vanilla Merman statue and progressions at Holy Symbol, like those situations.
Yeah, exactly. And then finding Echo here is probably just like, I mean, it's not. Major Seaman probably doesn't feel too bad about the Echo being here. He probably feels bad about everything else that's happened, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Echo doesn't matter.
And just like what? Maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes? Yeah, 2 minutes from here. Damn. Yeah, no, that is pretty brutal, too.
He had the right idea. It's just that this seed did not cater to it.
Yeah. And, like, it is one of those things where it does suck that it's like, oh, dude, progression was all the way in Reverse Caverns. Like, I did half of the second castle. That's bullshit. And, like, it kind of is, but, again, I'm kind of the opinion when you are we're forced to kill all bosses anyways. You might as well just do as many bosses as you can as efficiently as you can when you're in a specific zone. Like that is part of the win condition. You can't just tunnel vision too much on, oh, I need progression. Oh, I need Vlad relics. It's like, yeah, you need that stuff, but you also need bosses. And there are bosses in the reverse caverns. There are ways to get to those places more efficiently later, potentially. Like routing that stuff in is pretty important. And I think it might just be that this is the first tournament, like the first serious case of requiring all bosses for randomizers, that, it might be a skill that most players aren't like 100% ready for.
Yeah, it's a lot of routing too that is kind of weird in this kind of preset.
Yeah, exactly. Gold Bludgeon is surprised someone actually picked Cornovius. I think it's a good preset, personally. I mean, part of the reason I put it in the tournament, but I don't know. I think some players were very, I mean, you included, were a little, what's the word? Skeptical about the all bosses being required, but
yeah, I personally don't think that all bosses solves the problem that a lot of people want it to solve.
Yeah.
Because I personally don't think it's a problem, but
oh, that's fair. Yeah. Because there are random moments in these seeds anyways that end up mattering as well. It's not like you can't remove getting lucky from the randomizer. The only thing all bosses does is it does make it harder to come back from
yeah, and like it also accentuates that, having a route for any given situation, which is what the randomizer was already kind of doing. So
I do think second castle start
it takes a different form.
Yeah, I think second castle start, if anything, is the thing that changes up the routes more than anything. GG's. Let's go ahead and get up and talk to these players, because I don't think Major Sim is going to finish this one out.
A couple of my boss fights took a really
he's
long
not
time,
anywhere close.
You have been doomed ever since you lost the
Cards, and I got confused for like 20 minutes.
Mm.
Yo, GG's. This was a wild seed.
Some of those boss fights had me sweating because I was like, dude, these are taking so long. Like I couldn't finish bees off at the end.
Oh,
yeah. Did I need one more hit? Come on.
Yeah, some of the boss fights were... one of the reasons we thought Major Seaman, honestly, was in a very, very powerful position is because he found the Alucard shield early, and all the second castle boss fights were going to go so much smoother for him because he decided to go early first castle. And at first, it looked pretty rough because not only was there a random ring, there's a random ring, there was also Jewel of Open, there was also Merman statue, all in the second castle. And all of it was deep in the second castle too, like caverns and Galamoth and whatnot. So what ends up happening is Major Seaman does part of the second castle again, like revisits the second castle, gets to Beelzebub, and then decides, okay, I've done enough. I have both rings in my inventory. I'm going to go check that now, check Holy Glasses. And that ended up costing a library card, which was huge, and like a ton of time too.
The library card again, and I forgot I had no warp.
Yes. Yeah, not having that castle keep warp also was pretty brutal.
I had a plan to just library card out of Galamoth and then do bees like when I came back because I was pretty sure it wouldn't be anything. And then like I just forgot about that until I was already at the like entrance of the reverse catacombs. I was like, well, sunk cost, we're here now. Let's just fucking go.
Okay, so that makes sense. We were talking about that. We thought that you were poised to do that exact play, and then you went all the way to Beelzebub, and we were like,
I honestly,
as soon as I saw you,
I just forgot about it. It was random brain.
As soon as I saw you skipping bees and going, it was like, if he goes to creature, this is the greatest route I've ever seen.
Yeah, I just forgot. I was like, this is like, I just library card out of Galamoth. I have the middle warp. I can go a little bit out of the way for bees at the very end and then just end the game. And then like, I just forgot that was my plan and decided, well, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on in these seeds. So sometimes you make a plan and then you keep like, you can't execute it on it right away, and then you kind of fall into like autopilot while you think about, okay, what's the next step after that, and then you're like, wait a minute, where am I, what am I doing?
A lot of the all bosses routing stuff too is very different from like if you've just got like normal classic SotN rando experience. So like a lot of that muscle memory, if you're just like falling back on it, is like kind of dog shit, not very reliable for this particular like setting, but I like it. It's cool to see like new stuff and doing new things.
Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit right before entering the call, because the all bosses does make things different, and it could also. Yeah, we're seeing what's happening.
Major Steaming gets the suck you dry attack. Let's go.
That's funny. But yeah, I think this showcased the preset very, very well. The needing to route in all of the bosses, the getting baited by second castle stuff, like the finding progression still mattering. It was fun to watch for sure.
Well, shit, GG's Major. Thanks for hosting us. I guess be back for another one soon.
Yeah, I guess I have to go against Scrimps.
Yep, that is true.
Are we playing? Are we the next one?
Yep, that's the next match for you, Scrimps, is versus Crazy. Feel free to schedule that whenever. Don't worry about it right this second. The next match also that we have that is already scheduled is Durdrak versus Classic Advent, happening on Monday, so that's going to be fun. And we're getting...
I already put that on Modisky.com.
Yeah, we're getting pretty deep into this bracket already, which is quite nice. We might even finish before the end of the year, imagine?
Woo.
Imagine. You mean this isn't going to take 5 months?
No, I was hoping it would take 8, personally. The first Rando tournament, I think, took 9 months. So, hey, we're getting better. The first ever one in, like, 2019, 2020 was, like, a 9-month tournament. It was brutal. But there was also, I think, like, almost 30 people in there, and it was a double elimination bracket for the entire thing. It was wild.
Now everyone can have a Tidbits tournament, which lasts an entire weekend.
I mean, yeah. Alrighty, well, GG's. Thanks for playing, both of you. Thanks for being a part of this Major Seaman. I appreciate it. I hope you had fun.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Of course. And yeah, Scrimps and Crazy, feel free to organize that match whenever you can, whenever's convenient. And I'll catch you guys
right now.
Right now? Oh my god.
Yeah, can we get into it?
I think. Hold on. I think my mom's calling. I think I'm grounded.
Rip.
But GG's.
Yeah, we're gonna schedule. Yeah, we're gonna schedule for 8:30 on the 29th. Is that fine with you?
Oh yeah. There we go. There we go. We can do it. Alrighty, GG's. I'll catch up with you all later.
Peace.
Alrighty, chat. That was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Join the live streams, twitch.tv/DragonBlitz. Join the fun live. And I'll see you in the next one, YouTube. Have a good one. Bye-bye.